actually from day one, from the day the show started. It was our show. And so when I had the opportunity to go, and I had just actually done a couple episodes on Private Practice, and then I did a pilot for Shonda that didn't get picked up. So she actually wrote this role for me and said, do you want to come and play for 2 episodes? Because that was it. April was only going to be there for 2 episodes. She was going to get fired, but she was going to have this very cool journey through her 2nd episode. So she's like, I'd love for you to do this. And I said, great, let's do it. And then the morning after my firing episode aired, my team called and said they're bringing me back and it might turn into a series regular job. So yeah, it was wild, but I wanted to do it because I was a huge fan of the show.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you had the part written for you. There was no audition, right?
Not for that. But I'd gone through so much auditioning for the other projects I'd done for Shondaland. So, I had auditioned for Private Practice and won that role. And then I'd auditioned and tested for her pilot and won that role. So, she knew what I could do. And, right. Yeah.
What do you love about playing April and spending so much time with this character? And what kept it exciting over all of these years?
I think the most exciting part about April is that she's such an evolution over 9 years. She feels like a real person. We all change. We all evolve, especially over a decade. Are you kidding me? We're totally different 10 years ago than we are right now.
Right.
And what was really fun about April is that I kind of grew with her. She kind of grew with me. We sort of morphed, and there were pieces of me that came out in her and pieces of her that came out in me. And we really got to grow. And she really got to grow into her own and become this confident, beautiful, strong, fierce, ferocious woman. And I think the other thing that I've really always loved about her is her unapologetic love for herself. Like, she is confident in exactly who she is. She doesn't apologize for it, but she's also willing to grow and change. And I find that characteristic really inspiring. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think those are all many reasons why she resonates in such a big way with so many people. And the storylines are just incredible. I mean, you mentioned how collaborative the writers have been over the years. Was there a moment for you in April's journey that you pitched and, kind of put on the map and were proud of? Like, that moment happened because of me.
Yeah, the whole storyline of our baby, when we lost our baby Samuel, that was completely my pitch. Because it had happened, the same exact story had happened to friends of my parents, and I thought it was so, heartbreaking, but also fascinating to tell this story with a couple, one of whom is a person led by faith and is pro-life, and the other person who is led by science and is not a person of faith. And I thought that having to have these big, huge questions and conversations could be really illuminating and really interesting and really compelling. Not to mention it being just a very meaty thing to dive into, and a very real, something that a lot of people relate to, having lost a child, whether it's to miscarriage or stillbirth, or there a lot of people have experienced this kind of pain. So yeah, I look back on that story and there are so many people who have reached out to me, see me on the street, cry, say I was going through that same thing when that storyline happened, and I can't tell you how healing it was to watch you guys play those scenes. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out in my DMs saying that your character has helped them because she has gone through what so many people in real life have gone through. And I thought, wow, that's an amazing thing that this person you're bringing to life is healing so many people. I mean, what does that mean to you?
It's wild. I see all that stuff too. I've been on Cameo now for about a year and a half, and I do these Cameo calls, and a lot of young women tell me the same thing, that they're just like, April gives me strength. She's my comfort character. I'm a self-harmer. There are a lot of people going through a lot of stuff, and they put April in front of them, and there's a calm that comes over them, and a peace and a hope, and oh my God, it's so powerful. You don't even know what to do with that information, because as an actor and as a storyteller, I'm just I just want to tell the best story possible. I want to inhabit this character the best way I can and hope that this translates